South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, a land of breathtaking beauty and unimaginable wealth, a nation that rose from the ashes of apartheid to become a beacon of hope for the entire African continent. But today, that hope is fading, the dream is cracking, and the streets are burning. This book is a clarion call, the call for realization, centralize and actualization, about one Africa, one voice, one state. And this is my story, our story of a wound that will not heal. It started with a single incident. A South African woman, known casually to her neighbors as Victoria Africa, was caught on camera. What she did, or what people believed she did, ignited a fire that had been smoldering for decades.
This continent, this thing of you guys moving from one country to the other, it's no longer working. We don't want this as African people anymore. We are tired of seeing African migrants moving all over the world, refusing to fix your own countries. Now we're making it very clear to you guys, we don't want you here. We want you to fix your country.
Operation Dudula. The name sounds almost clinical, but the reality is anything but. The March to March operations targeted illegal African foreigners. That was the justification. But in the chaos, lawful migrants were caught in the crossfire.
Yes. We don't want any foreigner to run any business here, including you. So today you're closing. We've been telling you. Today we're closing.
Okay, I have about 24 South Africans working inside here. What about them?
No. The matter of fact, who are running the place? South African must run the place, not you. Not you.
But I had the document. I had the right document.
We don't care. Okay, guys.
I'm not running a saloon. I'm not running a saloon. I'm giving the South Africans the saloon. I'm running a trade shop. The saloon is being run by South Africans, not me. Listen. I'm running the trade shop. At the back of the shop, I created a saloon for the South Africans. Did I do anything wrong?
You must call your boss. We must put your boss.
So they've stated that you need to leave the country by the 30th of June. What's your take on that? When are you leaving?
I'm a law-abiding citizen. I have all the necessary documents it takes to. I've run my business pay tax for 13 years now. So I have the legal documents. I'm looking for the direction for the government. If the government insists that I should close my shop and go, it's coming from the government direction. I will close and go.
So you are ignoring this organization?
I'm not ignoring the organization, but at the end of the day, the organization stated that they are chasing illegal immigrants. I'm not illegal. I run a business. I have this company for more than 13 years, paying taxes, employing workers, training workers by myself. How am I doing something illegal at that perspective? Is that illegal?
Not at all.
So that's what I have my confidence. I'm ready to go. What I'm telling them, I'm ready to go close. Even today. What I'm begging you guys is, get me a South African who is capable to manage this shop. I have 30-something workers here, South Africans, who, if you close this shop, they will be displaced. I want to make sure that while I'm going, they're in good hands. You give me money for my socks and everything, I will leave the shop for you. I'm even tired of all this harassment there and there. Everyone is tired. So I'm not arguing to go. My own problem is that I have trained workers over the years, for more than 13 years. It's a hard work to train good workers. They are here, a number of them. If I close and go, what about their fate? I told them several times, can you manage the shop? They said, no, the rent is expensive. Okay, calm down for me. I'm not going. I'm not leaving you guys behind. As long as I get somebody who is capable to manage this shop as South African, I will go. I'm ready to go.
In short,
you understand, boss? So what I'm saying is that you as a president can assignment, get me somebody who is capable
No.
to manage the shop.
Let me explain something to you.
All right,
okay. What we say, we don't want any foreigner to run any business. So if you close now, it's none of your business whether this shop is opening or not. It's none of your business.
What about those South Africans who are working here?
Who have the right? It's not your concern. It's not when you see No. It's not his concern. Who is he? Who is he? It's not your concern.
Families who had lived in South Africa for decades were told to leave. Their homes were burned. Their businesses were destroyed. Ghana repatriated over 1,000 of its citizens. Nigeria recalled its ambassador. Zimbabweans, Malawians, Mozambicans, people who had contributed to the economy, who had called South Africa home, were beaten and driven out. For what crime? For being African, for seeking a better life, for being born on the other side of a border drawn by European colonizers.
They were a frontline state. They gave us a passage They accommodated us. We stayed in their homes. They gave us food. They gave us shelter. They never called us names. Today it's our turn to say thank you. We become animals. It is not the spirit of Ubuntu what you are doing to these comrades of Zimbabwe. Comrades, the white people, the way they control us, we love them and we say they give us jobs. But the way they've made us to hate each other, even if a Nigerian was to come here and create 100,000 jobs, you will still beat that Nigerian because you want 100,000 jobs provided by a white man.
To understand the violence of today, we must understand the trauma of yesterday. Apartheid was not just segregation. It was a machine designed to disenfranchise, impoverish, and dehumanize the black majority. The Bantu Education Act of 1953 deliberately created an inferior education system for black children. They were taught that they were servants. They were denied mathematics, science, and critical thinking. Generations were raised to believe they were not capable of leadership. Today, when South Africa struggles with a shortage of engineers, doctors, and skilled workers, we see the fruit of that poison. When Nelson Mandela's African National Congress came to power in 1994, they inherited a nation where millions were living in informal settlements, backyard shacks, and overcrowded city dwellings. The government's response was the Reconstruction and Development Program, the RDP. Since 1994, over 3.5 million subsidized houses have been built. It was a bold attempt to restore dignity, but the reality is far more complicated. The houses are small, around 40 square meters. The demand is overwhelming. In the 2023-24 financial year, only 42,773 houses were built, an 82% decline compared to 26 years earlier. Almost 3 million people are still waiting for a home. Some have been waiting for decades. The construction quality is a major concern. About 10% of government-subsidized houses have weak walls and roofs. Built on unsuitable land with cheap materials, they often deteriorate within years. The housing program was meant to be an act of liberation. Instead, for many, it has become a symbol of a promise unfulfilled. What sparks the violence? The narrative is persistent. It is repeated in the streets and on social media. Foreigners are taking our jobs. Foreigners are committing crimes. Foreigners are enjoying benefits we cannot access. Nigerians in particular have been at the center of these accusations. Accusations of sexual exploitation, drug peddling, and other crimes. The evidence, unconfirmed.
The anti-crime gang. We are trying to fight against crime in South Africa. Foreigners are the ones committing crime in South Africa. South Africans don't commit crime. They are looting. They have started looting. What they do best, make the strike, get loot. Hey, Jim, let me keep quiet. Before...
will never take any accountability, because I can't take accountability of criminals. Criminals must be arrested, because you know that when there are marches and where are there protests all over the country, some people that are planning to commit crime, those people that have committed crime must be arrested, not us. And can our government, if they fail to do their job, now they want to blame on us about the criminals, because we even went to Hebrew in most places that are highly regarded as local areas in South Africa, like Hebrew, Uval, and in Point Road. We never committed any wrongdoings. So now, why this excitement about the 30th? We encourage each and every South African citizen to have a flag in his household and to carry the flag. Can we revive the pride of our...
So, it is not correct that all Nigerians are drug dealers. They are Nigerian drug dealers. We must find them. We must deal with them decisively. We must isolate them. We must isolate them and teach them a lesson which they will never forget, so that they don't leave South Africa to go and try it somewhere else, particularly in the African continent. We do not dispute that there are drug lords from Nigeria, but not all Nigerians are drug lords. You know the drug lords, bloody coward. You are scared of them. You don't say to us, EFF, here are the names of the drug lords who have opened cases, here are the case numbers. We will go and fetch the Nigerian drug lords. We are not scared of them. A Nigerian drug lord is not a black person. He's not even a Nigerian. He's a non-white. Anyone who feed drugs on our children, you have denied your status of blackness. Because black people do not do wrong things. We don't feed each other poisons. We protect each other. So anyone, whether you are a Nigerian, whether you are a South African in El Dorado Park, it doesn't matter. Drugs is drugs. They know no nationality. It doesn't mean when a drug is supplied by a Nigerian, it's more powerful than the one that is supplied by a South African. It remains a drug. It is illegal. It must be punished. But no one is going to brush all Nigerians with the same brush. The banks in Nigeria are owned by black Nigerians. They own properties. Nigerians in that entertainment industry, they are not competing with South Africa. When you see a Nigerian artist, when you see a music video of a Nigerian, you will mistaken it for Americans. They are moving. You are busy with machete.
The truth that is seldom spoken. Foreigners, more often than not, create their own jobs. They start small businesses. They hire locals. They contribute to the tax base. The threat comes when illegal immigrants infiltrate and undercut the system. But that is a matter for the rule of law, not for mobs.
You say, where is your boss?
He's not around.
Where is your boss? He's not around. He has traveled where?
Well, explain to us. Let's know what is going on.
I'm saying to you, I'm still asking you, Lentuzana, politely, where is your boss? We don't want you. We want your boss.
He's not around.
He's not around. That's fine. But let me tell you, I still tell you politely, as a person, that's why I'm still alone. I'm saying to you guys, you are foreign migrants. You know yourselves, Angish. You are taking our jobs. You are selling us drugs, our kids, ne? And they are busy bringing fake goods in South Africa, ne?
This is our business.
Yes, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. Yeah, bo. Yeah, bo. Yeah, bo.
You say, where is your boss? It's not around.
But what I'm not happy about is that when you say South Africans don't want to work, in each and every country has its. Okay, let me finish.
Yes,
Let me give me a chance to finish. These people that you guys are speaking highly of today, they come from before foreign invasion. They found us with a functioning country. You guys had people that you had employed in these businesses who were South Africans. Every country, even there where they come from, you will find those that are not well behaved. It's social ills are found in each and every country, but we cannot now.
The March to March could have been a peaceful petition. The citizens could have petitioned the Department of Home Affairs to conduct exercises in a humane, legal, and organized manner. But violence is rarely the answer, and it destroys the very society it claims to protect. But the reality is far more complicated. The houses are small, around 40 square meters. The demand is overwhelming. Almost 3 million people are still waiting for a home. Some have been waiting for decades. The construction quality is a major concern. About 10% of government-subsidized houses have weak walls and roofs. Built on unsuitable land with cheap materials, they often deteriorate within years. Unconfirmed social media commentators argue that the operations are politically motivated, orchestrated by white elites. There is no proof, but the pattern is suspicious. Targeting black migrants while seemingly ignoring white migrants raises a profound question. South Africa is a rainbow nation. Targeting black foreigners is easy. Targeting white foreigners would be a far more difficult task. Let us imagine for a moment that this is a grand strategy. Now that black foreigners are gone and the African Union's collective heart is hardened against South Africa, apartheid could return in a new, decorated form. Knowing that no matter how hard the black majority cries for help, the rest of Africa would reject their plea. The theory is grim. It suggests that this is not about illegal immigrants. It is a calculated move to isolate the black population of South Africa, to convince them that they are alone, that their future lies only in serving the old economic order. Who will stand with the Zulu and the Xhosa if they are seen as the new oppressors on the continent? The call for a united Africa must not pause. South Africa needs proper integration into its society with all human rights observed. The apartheid education system must be fully dismantled and replaced with a system that teaches equality and the shared history of our continent. The government must go beyond political transformation. It must commit to economic transformation, land reform, access to capital, and a genuine effort to bridge the wealth gap. The housing crisis is the most visible symbol of this failure. The government must build more houses, better houses, and faster houses with the full involvement of the communities they are meant to serve. South Africa needs a clear, enforceable, and humane immigration policy. The African Union and SADC must play a role, not just in condemning the violence, but in helping to mediate and rebuild trust. We cannot abandon our brothers and sisters in South Africa simply because their government is failing. But here is the truth that keeps me awake at night. The actions South Africa has taken, the violence, the looting, the murder of fellow Africans, have inflicted wounds that will not heal quickly. These wounds will come back to haunt us in ways we cannot yet fully imagine. I have watched the online spaces. I have seen the sentiment growing in the corners of the internet where the white population of South Africa is most concentrated. There is a growing desire, openly expressed, unashamedly proclaimed, to see the black population of South Africa blacked out, removed from the spaces where they are the majority, pushed back, contained, and controlled once again. The calls for Orania-style sovereignty are growing louder. The whispers of blackout are becoming shouts, and the sentiment is spreading beyond the fringes into the mainstream of white South African discourse. They are not alone. Right-wing commentators from America, Europe, and Australia are taking up the cause. They are presenting South Africa as a cautionary tale, a warning of what happens when the wrong people are given power. It is a propaganda war fought in the digital spaces of the internet, and it appears to be gaining ground. Now I must speak the most painful truth of all. When South Africa inevitably faces the consequences of its actions, when the economy collapses, when the violence spirals out of control, when the international community abandons it, the rest of Africa will not come to its aid. Why would they? South Africa has shown them what it thinks of Africans. It has shown them that it does not see them as brothers and sisters. It has shown them that it sees them as threats, as competitors, as enemies. Remember the 1990s when Nelson Mandela walked out of prison, the world celebrated. African nations stood with South Africa. They provided sanctuary, they funded liberation movements, they gave moral and material support to the struggle. They believed in the dream of a rainbow nation. That belief is now shattered. When South Africa cries out for help, when the black majority realizes the trap they are in, when they look to their fellow Africans for rescue, the answer will be cold. Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique, they will not have forgotten the burned shops, they will not have forgotten the beaten bodies, they will not have forgotten the murdered citizens, and they will say, "You did not help us, why should we help you?" It is a propaganda war fought in the digital spaces of the internet, and it appears to be gaining ground. I am not a prophet. I do not claim to see the future with certainty. I may be wrong. I hope I am wrong. I pray that the future I describe in these pages never comes to pass. But silence is not an option. South Africa is not evil. It is wounded. And wounded people hurt others. But they can also heal. They can also change. They can also become agents of peace. Africa is not a continent of despair. It is a continent of possibility. And I believe with all my heart that we can build a future where every African, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, or religion, is treated with dignity and respect. I write this book as a gift to my fellow Africans. I write it in the hope that it will spark a conversation, a reckoning, and a renewal. I write it in the belief that Africa's best days are ahead of us, not behind us. And I write it with love, love for my continent, love for my people, and love for the dream of a united Africa. That dream is worth fighting for, and I will never stop fighting for it. Now I must speak the most painful truth of all. Why would they? South Africa has shown them what it thinks of Africans. It has shown them that it does not see them as brothers and sisters. They provided sanctuary. They funded liberation movements. They gave moral and material support to the struggle. They believed in the dream of a rainbow nation. That belief is now shattered. When South Africa cries out for help, when the black majority realizes the trap they are in, when they look to their fellow Africans for rescue, the answer will be cold. Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Mozambique. They will not have forgotten. They will not have forgotten the burned shops. They will not have forgotten the beaten bodies. They will not have forgotten the murdered citizens. And they will say, "You did not help us. Why should we help you?" It is a propaganda war fought in the digital spaces of the internet, and it appears to be gaining ground.
People are working on themselves. People are beginning to appreciate that there is nothing better about America. Africa is more beautiful and more richer than America. Even here in Africa, we can do it. There are no borders in South Africa, in Africa. There are no borders. Some of you say, "No, President, leave this thing of borders." The other one even sent me a message that, "President, can we get a secret ballot on borders? If you are not a dictator, make us members to vote if we want borders or not." But the reality is, there are no borders. You want me to give you a ballot paper to vote on whether you want imperialism or not. Yet you joined an anti-imperialist organization. Everything that reflects imperialism, we reject it in totality. We don't want to see it. We can't vote about that. It's not open for discussion. There are no borders in Africa. These borders were imposed by imperialism, and we are not going to recognize them. These are our neighbors. What divides us is a fence. What divides us is a street. Just cross the street and come and ask for a salt. Just cross the street and come and ask for meal. That's how we grew up here in Soweto. We never said you are not from here, we can't give you a meal. You are never from here, we can't give you a salt. This thing that you look at as countries, they are as simple as narrow, like neighborhood. These are our neighbors. They are not Zimbabweans. The same way, there will be the Ndlozi family this side, there will be Malema family this side. This is a South Africa family, that's a Zimbabwe family. We are divided by a fence. You don't have a salt, come and fetch the salt. In bags, you don't have meal, come and fetch meal, because that's what we did. We gave you meal, because we know one day we'll run short of meal, and I will not come. My child will come and say, my father said, you remember the meal, you must return. That's how we are as Africans. When they are here, it is our turn to protect them. Their turn will come. When we go to Zimbabwe, we'll just say to them, you remember us. Because we are neighbors. Comrades, there is no one who's going to tell us how we should unite this continent of Africa. No white man is going to do that. No white man. Look at what they did in Libya. I was in the ANC when we went to attack Libya. I stood up and told Zuma that you have sold out Gaddafi, and Gaddafi gave you money to be a president of the ANC because you voted for no-fly zone, and they used that to attack Gaddafi.
We as South Africans, as this leadership, as government, as businesses, we have not solved these economic challenges of South Africa. There's nothing to do with somebody who's coming from outside. Why are we blaming other people for our own faults? We've got to solve the problem of unemployment in South Africa by looking at... I'm talking about a particular period in our history. Now, we've got many problems here. Problem legitimately raised. Huge levels of unemployment. That's correct. High levels of crime. That's correct. But the finger is being pointed at wrong people. The levels of high unemployment in this country are not due. They are not due to undocumented Africans. They are not. We know the history in detail of how South Africa, 1994 to 2000, 2008, 2009, the country goes up like this. Growth rates reach 6%. From 2009 goes the opposite direction. Doesn't caused by undocumented immigrants. The people who caused that, you look at it, that decline, they are laughing in a corner there. Because we're pointing not at them, but we're pointing somewhere else. It's wrong. So it's a problem the South Africans must deal with.
In himself, you get to Kenya. So what we are seeing or witnessing...
The Institute of Economic Affairs has noted with profound concern recent statements by the Chief Executive of Goldfields Limited, Mr. Mike Fraser, indicating that his company has formally applied for a 20-year extension of its current mining lease at the Takwa mines, which expires in April 2027. We are equally aware of attempts by Goldfields Limited to court the support of traditional authorities in Takwa and its environs for this proposed extension. The IEA considers the requested lease renewal or extension, whatever they choose to call it, to be deeply inimical to Ghana's long-term economic and strategic interests, and therefore calls on the government to soundly reject this approach, reject it decisively, while prioritizing a framework that secures meaningful Ghanaian ownership and control of the mines at Takwa.
An individual cannot just take such a unilateral decision that borders on the welfare of another country's citizens who are in this country. Most of them are very legal in the country, but he has decided to take the law into his own hands. So I think that these are some of the acts that makes us feel that our people are not safe. The flight that we are talking about is a flight that takes 300 passengers, including cabin crew and the pilots. So we are very certain that the first group of 300 people are ready to leave on Wednesday early in the morning. So that aspect we've taken care of.
Yeah, my name is Christian Mawatu. I'm from Congo, DRC.
How long have you been in the country for?
Yeah, I'm still here like 15 years. 15 years, I'm still in Cape Town.
How are you feeling about the march that's currently happening?
But it's so bad, so bad. All of us, we are Africans. So they cannot just say like a foreigner, they must go. There's no any country, there's no any foreigner. Even in America, they got a foreigner. So what they are doing is so bad, especially for us.
So have you guys decided to close your business? What's going on? Because we saw you at the balcony.
Yeah, like for today, I need to close the business because we don't know anything can happen. So that's why we need to close. That's all.
Are you fearful?
Yeah.
The full sentences for you, please.
Yes.
Do you fear for your life?
No, we are not. We're not feeling free anymore. But we are African. We all black. But what is happening? We don't know what is happening. But we just see what is happening. So, but one thing I will say, we all African. We are actually. I'm from Congo. I live in this country for more than 15 years or so, and I'm legal in this country. So when they say we take our job, I don't say we job because we're not working. We try to hustle for our business. So the small business, like me and my baba, I can't relate. So that's the problem. That's all I can say.
And what would you like the South African government to do for you guys?
Yeah, the South African government, they have to remember that we're all African. They need to protect us as we are human beings. So we don't want to be maltreated like dogs, beat us like so that's why we want to see what will happen.
Hey yo, just back, hear me when me I say, love without boundary is unity, and that is the essence of reality. Jungle yard.
To some youth in South Africa,
sugar and
bring back that love again.
I am the rabbit.
Remember the days of slavery.
And Stephen Biko paid the price for unity.
We stood by your side to apartheid.
Now you pay him back with xenophobia.
One for all and all for one. So make we try to put the hate aside. Make we try to put the hate aside. From the street to the cells to the tears that we cry. Now the same hands we have turned against us in pride. How did love turn to anger? Tell me, where did we fall? From brothers in law, we building this wall. History rebuilding, can't silence the call. Africa rising, we stand for us all.
We need in Africa
peace and friendship. All I wanna talk about is solidarity. No more war, no more hate in the family. One blood, one heart, that's reality.
We need in Africa.
All I wanna talk about is solidarity.
No more war, no more hate, brother, let it harmony. Africa unites, that's the destiny.
We gave you shelter when the world turned cold. Shed our bread when we barely had hole. Open our borders, gave you a home. And we're facing rejection, standing alone. This bed too deep, is it cut like a knife? Brother against brother, fighting for life. Politicians playing games with the people. But the roots of the struggle are always equal. How did love turn to anger? Tell me, where did we fall from? brothers in all. We building this wall, history recalling. We gotta stand tall. Africa rising, divided we fall. We need in Africa. I wanna talk about the solidarity. No more war, no more hate in the family. One blood, one land, that's reality. We need in Africa. All I wanna talk about is solidarity. No more war, no more hate in the family. One blood, one land, that's reality. No visa for love, no border for peace. The hate and division finally cease. Stronger together, let us fix the broken piece. Hold one, Mr. Joe, back here, me pray. So remember the days, don't rewrite the past.